Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones, empaths, you may have witnessed this narcissist that was to do with your life downgrading after they were in a relationship with you. And you may think to yourself, like, why have they downgraded? Why has this occurred? First thing you've got to know is the narcissist that was involved in your life was never on your level. They were never on your level. They pretended to be on your level, right? And fundamentally, deep inside the core of the narcissist, beneath the mask, beneath the fakery, their facade, they ultimately knew they were never on your level. And by you not being on their level, you proved quite a challenge for the narcissist. Whether you realize it or not, you were quite a challenge for this narcissist that was involved in your life. They tried their usual gaslighting techniques, their devaluation. They tried all of their tactics on you, and ultimately it didn't really make a dent. They may have hurt your feelings. You may have got into big arguments, etc. But ultimately they couldn't break you. And I made a video earlier about how the narcissist fails to break the chosen one and empath spirit. But this sort of kind of aligns with that topic, because by them not being able to have full control over you like they desire, right? A narcissist wants control over the heart, soul, and mind of the chosen victim. But you proved to be a challenge. You proved to be resilient. Ultimately, they knew they were never on your level, right? So they downgrade. And this is why it can be very shocking for the victim of narcissistic abuse to bear witness to the narcissist that was involved in their life going with such a downgrade. It makes the chosen victim analyze themselves. But I hope that you realize you are seeing correctly. You're seeing correctly. You're seeing this narcissist that was once involved in your life downgrade. You've seen them go for the low-hanging fruit on the tree, right? The low-hanging fruit that is just barely hanging on a branch and just falls to the floor. They grab anything and anything, That low-hanging, soggy, dusty fruit, on the tree. It's a bit too, soggy and it's not ripe and fresh, They grab anything, Something that scavenger animals are able to hunt. They're able to get the low-hanging fruit on the tree, but they can't get the high one. They wait for it to drop off the tree and they grab it. That's like the narcissist with this new supply downgrade. They grabbed anything they possibly could, right? Because they need supply to survive, right? But what they failed to realize when they made this transition is how catastrophic an effect it is on them to lose the grade A potent supply that you offered, right? But the problem with your grade A potent supply, not that it's a problem, but in the narcissist's mind it's a problem, is you were too much of a challenge, right? They also didn't feel worthy in your presence. They didn't feel worthy. They felt like the onlookers would view them as reaching for you, People outside of your relationship. They viewed themselves, they knew that they appeared like they was not on your level to the outward seeing eye. They were aware of that. And you could have been well in the delusion of the narcissist at the time, so you didn't see it. But realistically, they were just never on your level. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But this is the thing. You proved to be a challenge. They tried to get you to do things, to act in a certain way, to behave in a certain way, and it was always, you always had a bit of a resistance, resilience, strength, right? You were a tough nut to crack, right? And that's why I said it ties in with the video, where the narcissist aims to destroy your spirit, your soul. They fail to do that as well, right? And they need someone who they can control, right? They need someone on their level, right? And that's why I would say, don't ever feel like a lot of victims of narcissistic abuse, after they've been involved with the narcissist in their life, they bear witness to the new supplier and they have remorse for the new supplier. They feel guilt for the new supplier. They feel like the new supplier is going to be taken advantage of. Look, the new supplier probably, most likely, knew about you. That's just the way it is, right? Narcissists will line up a new supplier while they're still in the proximity of you, because they can't tolerate being without someone for any extended period of time, right? So unless you cut them off prematurely and they had no awareness it was coming that soon, it's highly unlikely that they may have, ended things with you, or discarded you, or reverse discarded you and made it known. But really they were caught in that new supply while you were still in a relationship with them. And I'm not trying to trigger anyone here or hurt anyone's feelings, but this is what they probably did, right? Because they can't tolerate being alone. But they've gone back to their level. They've leveled off, right? They've got someone who they can control now, or they're going to be facing, the new supply trying to control them. New supply might be a narcissist. New supply might be toxic in general, right? They're going to be running into their fair share of hardship with them. But they won't be able to extract supply either, but because it's probably another narcissist or another toxic individual. That's why you never need to worry about or feel remorseful, because the new supply knew about you, and it shows how toxic they are by knowing about you. But look, they're going to struggle in the new dynamics, because they won't be able to extract supply. It's like trying to draw blood from a stone. But they're more comfortable in that place. You see? You had them walking on eggshells. You had them pretending to be something they're not. They wanted to change you, and they ended up getting changed in the process. They wanted to completely change your ways of thinking, the way you behave. They wanted to change everything about you. And you know what? The narcissist involved in your life ended up changing everything about themselves. That's what really occurred. They ended up changing everything about themselves. They pretended to be someone they wasn't. They walked around on eggshells pretending to be into things they wasn't. They pretended to have your dreams in mind. They pretended to have what you're into in their hearts. They changed their whole selves, and it got too much to bear. Day in and day out, they're masquerading with artificial light. Becomes too much to bear. A lot of you have seen chinks in the mask. You saw the mask slip. It's hard for them to contain that fakery non-stop. But they won't need to do that when they're with their new downgrade, right? And that's why they downgrade. They're more comfortable in the situation, right? So don't take it as a disrespect towards you or anything like that. They've leveled off. They've gone back to their level. That is their level, the low-hanging fruit on the tree. The fruit that just drops off the tree, Not one that you have to pick, carefully select, right? They just grab anything. And that's why you've witnessed them downgrade. It's not a reflection of you. It's not a reflection of you at all, right? This narcissist that was involved in your life has gone back to their level. They've downgraded. They'll now be able to manipulate or attempt to manipulate. It's going to be toxic as hell over there, because they're both toxic individuals. It's going to be toxic as hell, right? But that's their level. That's what they deserve. They don't deserve, and it's highly unlikely they're ever going to encounter another chosen one or empath again, right? So they will be suffering. They will remember how potent your supply was, but you proved too much of a challenge for them. You was too much of a tough nut to crack. Okay, so be proud of that. Something to be proud of, The narcissist that was involved in your life couldn't manipulate you to the degrees that they wanted to manipulate you. The narcissist involved in your life couldn't have complete control over you like they wanted to have complete control over you. So they had to go for a low-hanging fruit and downgrade. So leave them with their downgrade and let them try and enjoy the rest of their lives, because they're going to need it, you know? They're not going to, they're going to struggle out there, you know? Where they can't extract supply, where they lost the potent supply that you once offered, you know? But you was never on their level. They was never on your level, should I say. It was never on your level, so they've had to go back down to a low-hanging fruit. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.